Hi, I'm Edible Kenzie, and this is the Edible Kenzie Show. Since I've moved to California, I've had a lot of great edibles and I've had a lot of bad edibles. Some that taste really good, some that taste really bad, some that are true to milligram, some that go above or below the actual milligram. So I was looking for something that reviewed edibles, told me which edibles were true to milligram, which ones tasted good, but I couldn't find something like that. So I figured, hey, Kenzie, why not make one, right? Okay, so here I am. How I'll be reviewing edibles is based off of trueness to milligram, how tasty they were, and my likeliness to buy them again. I'll eat 20 to 25 milligrams of THC worth of edible, which requires some weed math, which we'll get to later. I'll wait an hour after the 20-25 milligrams, wait it to tickle my threshold, and if it doesn't, then I'm going to take the whole edible and just kind of like guess how much is in it. Seems like a good idea, right? The edible I'll be reviewing today is the Blackout Brownie. Supposedly it has 1,000 milligrams of THC, but we'll see about that. In the Blackout Brownie, it says the ingredients are sugar, all-purpose flour, bleached wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, iron, absorbic acid, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, eggs, cocoa, sweet cream, vanilla extract, salt, calcium propionate, sodium bicarbonate, and cannabis. So it says 1,000 milligrams THC, 0 milligrams of CBD, and supposedly 20 servings, which means about 50 milligrams per serving. So in order for me to know how much I'm getting, I'll have to do some weed math. When you're doing weed math with edibles, that's something you don't want to mess up. And I've messed up my fair share of times. If you're trying to figure out how much food is 1 milligram of THC, then you'll take the amount of food over the milligram count. And that's how you'll get your number. And then multiply it by however many milligrams you want to take. So it's 1,000 milligrams THC and it's supposedly a 90-gram brownie. So I'll take 90 grams over 1,000 and then I'll multiply it by 25. And I'm gonna grab my phone because I can't do that math. 90 divided by 1,000 equals 0.09, and then I'll take the 0.09 and I'll multiply it by 25 because I want to eat 25 milligrams. That'll tickle my fancy. I know what I want. I know my threshold. I know me. And that equals, I'm going to eat 2.25 grams of this. And yes, I am going to measure it out because I'm a stoner and all stoners should have a scale. Finally got it open. I want you guys to see this because it looks just like the picture. I actually didn't think it would. I thought that would be blended in with that. But that's a nice little ripple action they got going on right there. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, let's wait out. Wait out. This brownie is actually, excuse my language, so moist. So moist and tender. It's like bouncing back when I press it down. Sometimes when you get edibles, they're stale. They're like rock hard. This is very tender. Ooh, I can't wait to eat it. Look at this tiny little parcel, little, oh my gosh, little niblet. This is like when your friend asks, like, you want some cake? You're like, a brownie? You're like, oh, I'm on a diet. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So this is supposedly 25 milligrams. And I got some of the white stuff, whatever that is. Oh wow, that was, like I said, it was moist. It wasn't hard. You don't even need milk to eat that, honestly. That was really tender and really good. Oh my gosh. At first it was just like straight chocolatey, that's all I tasted. But then as I was chewing it, I tasted like a little bit of mint almost. And the tiniest like back hint of weed. Because it does have that like aftertaste. So it was a little minty, I think a little minty mixed with like weed. Like picture the mintiest weed you've ever smoked. Then cook with it. I kind of hope that it isn't true to milligram just so I can eat the whole thing. Okay, let's see if it tickles the threshold. If it doesn't, we'll be back to eat some more brownie. It said it takes about 30 minutes to 2 hours to kick in. Usually edibles kick in faster for me because I'm younger, I have a higher metabolism, I work out. If you've ever eaten an edible and then just sat on the couch to wait for it to kick in and it's like 2 hours later and you're like, this edible ain't shit. This edible didn't get me high, this edible couldn't get my grandma high, it didn't do anything. As soon as you get up, that's when it all like, is like all the weed drops down to the rest of your body, then like starts flowing through. It's important to move around after you take the edible because it gets the blood moving, it gets the THC flowing through your organs, through your veins, through your body, and it's important. And it also keeps you from being like, oh, this edible ain't, and then standing up and having that edible right in your face, because I think everyone's had an edible experience like that. As soon as you take an edible, do some jumping jacks, do the thermometer, not the thermometer, yeah, just do whatever, get up and move, or else that edible is gonna slap you as soon as you start talking shit about it. But this activation time is about 30 minutes to 2 hours, so I'm gonna make some elotes from a frozen bag from Trader Joe's. It's not real elotes. It's not real elotes. Elotes? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like corn, so I'm gonna do that while I wait. Can I get the PA to get my corn? My corn? My corn? Thank you. Elotes. 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 Corn, what do you do to be so good? Can the PA get me my water? My water. Hello, my water? Thank you. I just hate eating lunch alone. Okay. Okay, I'm mainly laughing because of something else, but I'm also laughing because I'm kind of threshold lit right now. That tickled the hell out of my threshold. I am surprised because usually when you get a high milligram edible like this, that also kind of tastes good and doesn't taste that much like weed, usually they're not that strong. Usually they're not true to milligram. I can verify this is very true to milligram. It would be perfect if you were going somewhere and you could just eat a little bit every day because they won't get you at the airport. They haven't got me at least, if you're flying out of like a legal state. But this would be great to travel with. So the taste, it was chocolatey. There was a little bit of mint, which I didn't mind the mint, but I prefer mint in my toothpaste, not my food, so that's my personal bias. I really only like mint ice cream sometimes, and that's only sometimes. True to milligram. Moist. And I do not use that word lightly. That was a very, very tender brownie. I'm gonna eat more. I would recommend getting this brownie because it wasn't that expensive. These usually range from sometimes $15 to $35, depending where you get it from. But that is a really good price considering how much THC you get. Yeah. Another reason it was great is it didn't taste like overpowering weed. You got that taste at the end, but for the most part it was really chocolatey, then kind of minty, and if that's your thing, this is gonna be the edible for you, but for me personally, just stick with the chocolatey. I would give this 4 out of 5 weed leaves. Okay, now I can eat more. Here we go. I'm edible, Kenzie. Catch me next time when I review another edible. Hopefully it's as good as this one was.